Have you ever looked into a dog's eyes and felt something? More a strange sense that they knew something you didn't. That behind those loyal eyes was a being that could sense things far beyond what our human minds can grasp. Today, we're diving into one of the most fascinating and often overlooked spiritual topics, the extraordinary abilities of dogs. These beloved four-legged companions may seem simple on the surface, but beneath their fur and wagging tails lies a world of perception that transcends the limits of our human senses. In this video, you'll discover 12 remarkable spiritual and sensory powers and that dogs possess abilities so subtle they often escape even the most observant of us. Yet once you begin to see the signs, you'll never look at your dog the same way again. Let's begin with the concept that sets the stage for everything: the sixth sense. Beyond the five senses, what is a dog's sixth sense? When we talk about a sixth sense, we're not referring to a supernatural phenomenon in the Hollywood sense. Instead, we're describing a real and deeply intuitive perception that goes beyond the five traditional senses: sight, sound, smell, taste, and touch. This sixth sense in dogs is a kind of instinctual intelligence, an ability to pick up on energies, emotional cues, and environmental shifts that humans often miss. It's as if dogs are tapped into a frequency that we, with all our logic and technology, cannot tune into. Have you ever noticed your dog acting strange before a storm hits, or showing concern for someone who's emotionally upset even when that person seems outwardly calm? That's the sixth sense at work. This powerful, elusive capacity allows dogs to interpret the world in ways that are difficult for us to explain. It may be a result of hyper-attuned instincts, incredible sensory processing, or perhaps even a spiritual connection to the world around them. Regardless of the source, the result is astonishing. Let's break down 12 ways this sixth sense manifests and explore the hidden world your dog is perceiving every day. 1. Subtle energies. Dogs don't just see or hear the world, they feel it. Their ability to sense subtle energies, those invisible vibrations in emotional atmospheres, is extraordinary. You may notice your dog growling in an empty room, avoiding a particular corner of the house, or becoming anxious when someone enters with hidden emotional turmoil. These aren't random behaviors. They may be reactions to energy shifts that are imperceptible to us. Whether it's the emotional energy between two people, the lingering presence of past trauma in a space, or something even more mysterious, dogs seem to detect what we cannot. Many believe that dogs can serve as energetic protectors, alerting us to unseen forces and shielding us from harmful influences. It's no wonder they're often called soul guardians. 2. The spiritual world. Could your dog be sensing spirits? Many dog owners report their pets barking at nothing, staring into thin air, or refusing to enter certain spaces. Some even claim their dogs react during times of deep grief or after the passing of a loved one, as if they're aware of a presence we can't see. It may sound eerie, but throughout history, dogs have been regarded as bridges between the physical world and the spiritual realm. In ancient cultures, they were seen as protectors of the soul, guiding the dead in the afterlife, or warning the living of unseen forces. Some experts suggest that dogs may sense spiritual presences through subtle changes in air pressure, scent, or frequency. Others believe it's a kind of spiritual intuition, an awareness that comes from their deep emotional attunement and instinctual wisdom. Whatever the mechanism, one thing is clear: dogs are far more spiritually sensitive than we often give them credit for. Detecting illness in humans. This is where science and spirituality intersect in the most amazing way. Dogs have been proven time and again to detect illnesses in humans even before medical symptoms appear. How through their incredible sense of smell. A dog's nose contains over 300 million olfactory receptors compared to our mere 5 million. This gives them the ability to detect minute changes in a person's chemical composition, such as shifts in body odor, sweat, or breath. Dogs have been trained to detect various conditions, including cancer, lung, skin, breast, and others, diabetes, fluctuating blood sugar levels, seizures even before they occur, COVID-19, and other infections. Some untrained dogs have been known to constantly sniff or paw at a certain area on their owner's body, only for a medical diagnosis to later reveal a tumor. It's more than just detection. These dogs often exhibit protective behavior, staying close to the person and becoming anxious or agitated when something is wrong. It's as if they're saying, "Something's not right, and I need you to know." 4. Sensing Earth's magnetic field. You might think dogs just wander aimlessly when they explore the outdoors, but research shows otherwise. Dogs seem to have an innate ability to detect the Earth's magnetic field, allowing them to orient themselves and navigate in unfamiliar environments. Studies have even shown that dogs prefer to align their bodies along the north-south axis when relieving themselves. Strange, right? But it's consistent across breeds and environments, hinting at an underlying magnetic sensitivity. This could help explain how some dogs find their way home over long distances, or why they become disoriented before certain natural events like earthquakes or geomagnetic shifts. We may never fully understand how they do it, but their internal compass is very real. 5. Prediction of natural events. Have you ever seen your dog act strangely pacing, whining, hiding just moments before a thunderstorm or earthquake? It's not your imagination. The idea that dogs can predict natural events like earthquakes or storms continues to fascinate researchers, pet lovers, and spiritual thinkers alike. While science has yet to deliver conclusive proof, countless dog owners report eerily accurate behavior changes in their pets just before significant seismic or atmospheric events. So what's going on? Some experts suggest that dogs may pick up on environmental shifts we can't consciously perceive. These might include changes in barometric pressure, fluctuations in atmospheric electricity, subtle tremors in the earth, or even electromagnetic disturbances that precede natural disasters. Others believe dogs can detect faint chemical odors or auditory cues emitted during geological or meteorological transitions, signals that would be imperceptible to the human senses. Though still under scientific investigation, this heightened perception may be a result of dogs' evolutionary survival instincts refined over thousands of years. Regardless of the cause, the outcome is remarkable. Your dog might be sensing danger long before the first crack of thunder or the tremble of the ground. So next time your furry friend acts out of character on a calm day, pay attention. It might be more than just doggy drama. It could be an early warning system in action. 6. Sensitivity to human emotions. Have you ever come home after a rough day and found your dog waiting quietly, gazing up at you with soulful eyes? No words needed, just presence. That's not just affection, that's emotional attunement. Dogs possess an uncanny ability to sense human emotions with stunning accuracy. They don't need you to say you're stressed or angry. They already know. This sensitivity is not mystical, but deeply intuitive. It's rooted in their capacity to observe and respond to the most minute changes in your body and behavior. They pick up on your body language, your tone of voice, your facial expressions, even changes in your body odor linked to hormones like cortisol or adrenaline. In response, dogs often become comforting companions, offering affection, leaning on you, licking your hands, or simply staying close. When you're joyful, they're more playful. When you're anxious, they may mirror your tension or try to calm you. It's no wonder dogs are now trained as emotional support animals and therapy companions. Their ability to read and respond to human emotion isn't just helpful, it's healing. 7. Detecting fear and negative intentions. Now here's a question that might give you chills. Has your dog ever barked at someone you trusted only for you to later discover that person didn't have good intentions? It's more than coincidence. Dogs can detect fear, anxiety, and even negative intent in people. They're masters of reading nonverbal communication, stiff body posture, guarded movements, nervous glances, or even slight tension in someone's voice or gait. But it goes deeper than body language. Many believe dogs can sense energetic imprints, shifts in emotional aura, or subtle vibrational changes that indicate discomfort or threat. When a person walks in carrying fear, aggression, or hidden resentment, dogs often react immediately. Some may become protective, placing themselves between you and the perceived threat. Others may avoid the person altogether, showing signs of agitation or growling. This isn't superstition, it's instinct combined with sensory mastery. In many ways, dogs act as intuitive sentinels, alerting us to dangers we may not consciously detect. If your dog shows persistent discomfort around someone, don't ignore it. Their instincts might be trying to tell you something your rational mind has yet to see. 8. Sensing weather and climate changes. Have you ever noticed your dog acting oddly before a thunderstorm rolls in, even though the skies still seem clear? Dogs have an incredible sensitivity to weather changes, a trait that's both fascinating and practical. While they may not predict the future like meteorologists, they're often far more accurate when it comes to real-time environmental shifts. Here's how they might sense a storm before we do. Olfactory sensitivity. Dogs can smell changes in the air like increased moisture, ozone, or the scent of wet earth long before it's obvious to us. Air pressure detection. They may feel drops in atmospheric pressure that signal approaching storms. Static electricity and magnetic shifts. Subtle changes in atmospheric electricity or the Earth's magnetic field can create sensations of discomfort or disorientation for dogs. As a result, dogs may become restless, anxious, clingy, or may seek shelter. Some may bark or howl. Others might pace or hide under furniture. These behaviors are not random. They're instinctive reactions to a perceived environmental threat, and another example of how dogs are deeply tuned to the natural world in ways we are not. 9. Sensing imminent death. There's a reason hospitals, hospice workers, and families often report dogs behaving strangely in the final days or even hours of a person's life. Dogs seem to possess a mysterious, almost supernatural ability to sense when someone is nearing the end of life. While science hasn't fully unraveled the mechanisms behind this phenomenon, countless heartwarming and haunting testimonials suggest something very real is happening. You may hear stories of dogs who refuse to leave the side of a terminally ill loved one, or dogs that suddenly display sadness, quiet watchfulness, or protective behavior long before any visible signs of decline appear. So how do they know? Several theories offer possible explanations. Olfactory cues. A dying body emits subtle chemical changes that dogs with their powerful sense of smell can detect. Empathic connection. Dogs are highly intuitive and emotionally bonded to their humans. They may sense shifts in mood, energy, or body language that signal something deeper. Environmental awareness. A person who becomes bedridden or disengaged alters the home's rhythm. Dogs are quick to pick up on these changes and respond with loyalty, concern, or quiet companionship. While not fully understood, this compassionate presence is one of the most touching displays of the dog-human bond and perhaps one of the most spiritual. 10. Hearing ultrasonic frequencies. Have you ever seen your dog bark at an empty space or react to something you simply couldn't hear? That's because dogs can perceive a world of sound that's utterly silent to human ears. While we humans typically max out at hearing frequencies around 20,000 hertz, dogs can detect sounds as high as 75,000 hertz, or even more. These ultrasonic frequencies exist all around us, emitted by electronic devices, e.g., televisions, phone chargers, hearing aids, rodents and insects, animal communication signals, alarm systems, or motion sensors for your dog. These aren't just background noises, they're loud, clear, and meaningful. This sensitivity explains why some dogs may suddenly seem anxious, agitated, or alert in seemingly calm environments. They might be reacting to high-frequency stimuli that we simply can't perceive. This remarkable auditory ability also plays a crucial role in their training. It's utilized in search and rescue missions, ultrasonic dog whistles, and emergency detection. To us, the world might be quiet, but to your dog, it's alive with sound. 11. Seeing ultraviolet light. The phrase seeing the world through a dog's eyes might be more literal and more astonishing than we imagined. Unlike humans who perceive only the visible spectrum of light, dogs can detect ultraviolet UV light, opening up a completely different layer of visual perception. Thanks to the abundance of rod cells in their retinas, dogs can see things that are completely invisible to us: fluids, residues, and textures that glow under UV light. What might this look like for a dog? Scent trails and markings left by other animals become visible. Stains or residues on surfaces or clothing, completely invisible to humans, stand out clearly. Environmental cues like pollen or biofilm may be seen and interpreted as part of their visual landscape. In other words, their world is richer in detail and far more information-dense than ours, especially when it comes to tracking hunting or navigating new terrain. We rely on lights, microscopes, or infrared sensors to gain a glimpse into these hidden layers. But your dog, they were born with the ability to see this invisible world naturally. 12. A connection to the cosmos. Let's take one final, more mystical step. Could it be that dogs are connected to something even greater than the physical and sensory worlds? Could they be tuned to the rhythms of the universe, the cosmos itself? While this idea remains speculative and unprovable in scientific terms, it resonates deeply in spiritual traditions and among animal lovers around the world. Some believe dogs are attuned to lunar cycles and seasonal shifts, planetary alignments or energetic fields, cosmic vibrations that affect mood behavior or well-being. Think about it, dogs are inherently connected to nature. Their instincts, moods, and routines often follow patterns beyond our comprehension.
Take it.
They may react more sensitively during a full moon or become restless during solar or lunar eclipses. Is it possible they sense the subtle pulse of the universe, the ebb and flow of cosmic energy? We may never know for sure. But what's clear is this: dogs operate on a level of awareness that extends far beyond the physical. They live in alignment with natural forces, attuned to patterns we can barely perceive. And in doing so, they remind us that there's far more to this world and this life than meets the eye. Our spiritual companions. Dogs are more than pets. They are sensitive beings, intuitive guides, and spiritual companions who walk beside us in ways we're only just beginning to understand. From detecting subtle emotions and illnesses, to sensing death weather and even cosmic shifts, their sensory and spiritual gifts are both awe-inspiring and humbling. So the next time your dog seems to know something you don't, they just might. If you've enjoyed uncovering the hidden powers of dogs, be sure to give this video a like, subscribe to the channel, and share it with someone who loves dogs as much as you do. Let us know in the comments, has your dog ever amazed you with something they sensed or did? Thanks for watching, and until next time, stay curious, stay connected, and give your furry friend an extra hug today.